and patriotism, so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
2017 के बाद रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क जो भी चैनल लेकर आया जिस भाषा में, वो बना नंबर 1। इंग्लिश, हिंदी, बांग्ला। इस जुलाई रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क लेकर आ रहा है एक नया तूफान, रिपब्लिक डिजिटल। दोस्तों, अब खेला हो गया।
Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. You're watching the biggest story tonight. A few minutes back, we had a development in Russia. Vladimir Putin saying that he's going to be moving the tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus faster than we anticipated, as early as in July. Why is Putin moving nukes to Belarus in July, and what are the implications of that? We're looking at that very, very closely on the biggest story tonight. I'm Niranjan, and here are the headlines at 7 p.m. There's a twist in the wrestlers' protest. A minor's father says he filed a false sexual harassment case. Are some trying to manipulate legitimate protests that are being conducted by our wrestlers in the national capital? Congress government in Karnataka will remove a lesson on the RSS founder in Karnataka. Governments have changed. They're now trying to change history, is it? Is there political revenge through school textbooks and syllabus for children in Karnataka? There's Aurangzeb polarization and name-calling that is speaking in Maharashtra. The story tracking closely on Republic. Canada is under pressure to act on Khalistani elements. Those who celebrated the assassination of Indira Gandhi, so far no apology, no arrest. Vladimir Putin fast-tracking nuke deployment in Belarus. A few minutes back, we brought you the story of Russian President Vladimir Putin saying that his Belarusian counterpart, Lukashenko, that Russia will now begin deploying tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus after the facilities are ready on the 7th to 8th of July. Now, according to a readout from the Kremlin, Putin has said everything is according to plan, everything is stable, and that preparation of the relevant facilities ends on the 7th or the 8th of July, and that they're going to immediately begin activities related to the deployment of the appropriate types of weapons on Belarusian territory. This is Putin after his meeting with Lukashenko in Sochi. Putin and Lukashenko have agreed on the plan to deploy the Russian land-based short-range nuclear missiles on the territory of Moscow's close ally, where they will remain under Russian command. Putin even saying that the United States and its Western allies are pumping arms into Ukraine as part of an expanding proxy war aimed at bringing Russia to its knees. Putin in March had announced that he wanted to deploy tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, which was an apparent warning to the US-led NATO military alliance over its support for Ukraine. And his move now is being closely watched by both the United States and its NATO allies in Europe and by China. Let's go across on the broadcast and introduce Major General G.D. Bakshi joining us on the broadcast this evening. And along with him, we will also have Professor Madhav Nalapat, who will be joining us live. This is the breaking news update that we have. Russia will officially now start deploying tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus after the storage facilities are ready. In a few days from now, within a month, that is, Vladimir Putin has confirmed, and this will be officially Moscow's first move of such bombs, nuclear bombs, outside of Russia since the fall of the Soviet Union. And this is over 15 months into the war that began in the year 2022, and it continues as we speak. Putin has said this evening that the United States and his Western allies are pumping in arms into Ukraine as part of what he calls an expanding proxy war aimed at bringing Russia to its knees. He had also in March announced that he wanted to deploy tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, which was a warning to the US-led NATO military alliance over its support for Ukraine. In fact, we've had some more updates coming in this evening when NATO nations say that they will start sending a few of their forces, allied forces, into Ukraine as part of that solidarity exercise. That's the breaking news update that we have. We will have experts joining us on the broadcast in just a few minutes from now. Major General G.D. Bakshi and Professor Madhav Nalapat will be joining us in just a few minutes. This is the breaking news update that we have here on Republic TV, getting in more details of Russia's plan. It also claims, meanwhile, that it blew up advanced Ukrainian tanks, but a video that emerged showing that one of its choppers actually attacked a tractor this evening. So different updates are coming in, even as the dam that was shot down continues to flood several villages. And let me go across to Abhishek first up to get details of what we know so far and why this is a threat. Abhishek Kapura, Senior Executive Editor. Abhishek, he's now confirmed he's moving nukes within 1 month, and this comes days after that dam was shot down. What do you make of it, Abhishek? It is an escalation, but how do you see this story progress from here?
Well, Niranjan, this is not the first time that Russia has indulged in saber rattling insofar as the nuclear option is concerned or nuclear threat is concerned. Remember those huge missiles that were moved toward the Finnish border last year to counter the move of Finland to join NATO. And subsequently, we have seen off and on the Russians mentioning that they would be willing to exercise nuclear option. In fact, of late, there has been an increase in number of debates taking place on Russian television, for example, on whether to exercise nuclear option and sort of speed up the end of this war. It's unlikely that that Rubicon might be crossed anytime soon, or it might even be crossed. But then remember, if the West has decided that they are going to fight till the last Ukrainian, and if they are going to increase the supply of weapons as it has happened over the last 1 month alone, then Russians have to be seen to be responding. So it's possible that this is sort of a response to try and deter West from escalating things further by weaponizing the Ukrainian side even more. But then there seems to be a stalemate. As I said, it's unlikely that that Rubicon would be crossed. But then the saber rattling on the nuclear option has been happening, and this is one more round of that, perhaps a little more escalatory in the sense that this time President Putin himself has spoken about it and is actually talking about deploying tactical nuclear weapons which can be used with little more ease, I would say, vis-a-vis those bigger nuclear warheads. So I think in that sense, this does pose a serious danger to Europe and to rest of the world if at all this nuclear saber rattling goes the escalatory metrics and we end up perhaps somebody exercising that option.
Yes. Abhishek, thank you for that. Let me go across to Major General G.D. Bakshi, also joining us on the broadcast. General Bakshi, we have this breaking news update now that's just come in that Putin has just confirmed, and those are pictures of him meeting Lukashenko that happened in Sochi. Those are pictures of that meeting that is concluded, and we had some breaking news input now come in that he has decided to deploy the Russian nuclear weapons in Belarus, and this will begin immediately once preparation for facilities is completed in July. So this is moving very fast, and it's taking a very, very dangerous turn 2 days after that critical dam project was bombed.
Absolutely. You know, the conflict in Ukraine is now entering a decisive phase. The Ukrainians have, there is this blowing up of the dam episode, and now the Ukrainians, their long heralded counter-offensive. They had been carrying out shaping operations all over, and now they have started the probing attacks. The Russians claim they have been able to beat back these attacks. The Russian strategy was to absorb the Ukrainian counter-offensive and then launch their own. So anytime now, once the Ukrainian attack peters out, we can expect Russia to mount a major counter-offensive. So in this scenario, when they feel they can achieve their desired outcomes by conventional means, I do not think they will resort to tactical nuclear weapons. But this is being done as a deterrence. There is some talk in the United States that Ukraine has had it, and in case they want to prevent a complete washout of Ukraine, they will have to intervene physically with putting boots on the ground. That is a dangerous situation, and should that happen, I do not think so, and I hope not, but there was a lot of irresponsible talk of sending in the 101 American Airborne Division to Odessa inside Ukraine. Should that happen, then all bets are off, and then tactical nuclear weapons. There could be a scenario, a credible, plausible scenario in which they could be, give a very serious threat of their use or actually cross the Rubicon. But I personally think that as long as the Russians think they can achieve their objectives by using conventional military force, I am not at all certain that they will resort to the actual use of tactical nuclear weapons, but the threats will certainly be getting more and more serious. And should the NATO physically intervene, then all bets are off.
Because we're hearing now that some of these NATO nations may be sending some of their allied forces. They may be sending boots on the ground into Ukraine, according to the details that are coming in. Of course, they're trying to play it down. What happens when these NATO forces or allied forces go into Ukraine? How does that change things for Russia? General Bakshi.
Yeah. There is this talk of a coalition of the willing. That means Polish forces, Romanian forces, and some other East European forces with some token, representation from other NATO countries may well be pushed into Ukraine if they feel that Ukraine is losing the battle. The simple fact is this counter-offensive. Ukraine had shoved about troops in Bakhmut and over a front of about 65 kilometers. These new Ukrainian formations which have been trained in UK and other places in Germany, etc., they are just about 50,000 and spread over a 165 kilometer front on the Zaporizhzhia front right now. So I'm not sure how deep they will be able to penetrate. The Russians have set up 3 lines of defenses. So far all probing attacks by the Ukrainians have failed dismally. So we will have to wait and watch if there is actual physical intervention by NATO. So far they had been very, very studiously trying to avoid it, to prevent the conflict from escalating rapidly, either horizontally or vertically. And that is where the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons, Russian, in the territory of Belarus now acquires very added salience and significance. Should the NATO put boots on the ground because they want to fight the Russians to a standstill like had happened in Korea in early 1953?
Yes.
The US had put in their troops and the Russia and the Chinese and the Americans had fought each other towards standstill. This is the kind of outcome they are now looking for, because despite all this big talk of a Ukrainian victory, in military terms it is virtually impossible
General Bakshi,
given the lineup of forces now.
General
Last
Bakshi, we
year
have
it was a
a
different
poor
scenario.
signal with you, sir. I'll just fix that. I'll just fix that signal with you. It's a little unstable, so I'll just steady that video up. Meanwhile, I'm getting in Professor Madhav Nalapat as well. Professor Nalapat, they have a timeline to moving the nukes into Belarus, and it's going to happen within a month. And on the back of the attack and the bombing of the dam, which mostly Russians or Russian-controlled territory is now suffering, what do you make of this decision, and how will it change things in Ukraine?
Look, adding to what General Bakshi has been saying, the Ukrainians are desperate to get NATO into the fight. They know, first of all, they have got a maximalist approach. They have to get back to territory that they never had control over from 2014 onwards. That is never going to happen to them. The odds are completely against them. The only way they feel they have a chance is to get NATO into the combat directly. And then they believe Russia will then succumb. And they are now doing everything possible to ensure that NATO enters the war. And this is becoming a very dangerous situation, because if the war spreads beyond its current level, then the economic impact will be very severe on the whole world. The fact is, NATO is playing with fire. Ukraine is not strategically important to NATO, except as a means of trying to humiliate Russia. That is the only the utility, frankly, of Ukraine, because NATO, unless NATO was planning an invasion, a land invasion of Russia, neither Belarus nor Ukraine are significant unless they were planning a land invasion. The Russians obviously are worried about that, and that is why these two states are very crucial to them. Now, this situation is continuing, and it's escalating into unprecedented levels. And the Ukrainians are now completely, if I may say so, they are fixated on getting NATO into the combat. And God forbid if that happens, well, then you're going to see a very, very dire economic situation all across the world, not to mention a conflict in Europe that is going to have very serious implications for Europe, for the United States, for Russia. And this is the problem that is being faced now, because today, as I said, the Ukrainians feel, they felt it from the very beginning. The only way out for them is to bring NATO into the war, either by their joining NATO and coming under Article 5, which means NATO has to defend them, or by somehow dragging NATO into the war. And given the kind of bloodlust against Russia that we are seeing in Europe, in the United States, the kind of, the amazing kind of atavistic kind of emotion that is there where Russia is concerned, I am quite worried that, this kind of an accident will take place. And I am again saying, I am reminded of the First World War, where an accident essentially lit the fuse for the war. And today we have the possibility of a similar accident taking place in full view. And unfortunately, the Vice Chancellor Prime Minister Narendra Modi, last year to President Putin himself and impliedly to NATO as well, this is not the era of war. He was not only saying this is not the era of war where Russia is concerned. He was saying this is not the era of war. And it's also meaning China, which frankly has gone to war. So this is the wise counsel that needs to be followed. Will it be followed? I'm not very sure. And the difficulty is with Ukrainians desperate in this manner, desperate to get NATO into the war. NATO with its bloodlust against Russia. This is and Russia, frankly, almost cornered and having to consider the use of its most advanced weaponry. Let's say a nuclear weapon is lobbed onto Poland or into the Baltic, which are members of NATO. Do you think that France and Britain and the United States are going to retaliate with nuclear weapons against Russia and risk their own horrible situation? I doubt it. Frankly, Article 5 is a bluff. And without intending to, I think Russia is likely to call that bluff and create a catastrophe. The Ukrainians believe it is not a bluff, and they are therefore doing everything possible, by hook or by crook, to get NATO into this war.
Professor Madhav Nalapath and General G.D. Bakshi, thank you for joining us. In fact, I'm ending by just adding one comment that has just come in, and this was reported today, that the former alliance chief of NATO, that's Anders Rasmussen, has just said that NATO members may send troops into Ukraine. And this comment on the nukes is coming after that. So the stories are moving very, very fast. I thank both Professor Madhav Nalapath and General Bakshi for joining us on the biggest story night. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Taking a short break here on Republic TV. Coming back with the other big stories we're tracking on the show tonight. Stay tuned.
अच्छा मैम, पैरालंपिक्स के बारे में बताइए आप।
पैरालंपिक्स की जर्नी ऐसे स्टार्ट हुई 2010 में जब मैं कॉमनवेल्थ खेली तो मुझे पता लगा कि मेरी तो वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग है, मैं तो बहुत अच्छा खेलती हूँ। एंड 2010 आई वाज आल्सो जॉइन्ड बाय माय डॉटर एज माय अटेंडेंट। शी आल्सो गॉट इंस्पायर्ड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन स्पोर्ट्स। आज हम मदर डॉटर एक ही जोड़ी हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो इकट्ठे डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट्स में खेलती हैं और खेली हैं और देश के लिए मेडल भी लाई।
Name calling over the Aurangzeb fight continues between Owaisi and the BJP.
I'm thoroughly looking forward to Republic going digital. Ever since it was launched in 2017, it has asked some of the most unabashed questions, stayed ahead of the curve, and is today number one in every language that it is in on television. And once again be the predominant digital network, not just for India, but for across the world. Congratulations, Republic, and here's waiting for you to go digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform.
The Aurangzeb controversy is only getting bigger. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi has taken the jibe. Now in Maharashtra, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis saying that, and I quote, Fadnavis said this is Aurangzeb's Aulad. They should tell who is Godse's Aulad. So the name calling over Aurangzeb peaking in the state. Responses are coming in from different sides as BJP hit back at Owaisi by calling him Pakistan ki Aulad. Karnataka, a minister, Dinesh Gundurao, and other ministers are reacting to reports that the state government was planning to remove some lessons from textbooks introduced by the previous BJP government, including one on the RSS founder. And they went on to say that stories of people who contributed to the building of the nation only should be involved and not others.
Amity School of Communication has been ranked among India's top 5 mass comm institutes for the last 3 years by India Today, a testimony to its most high-tech studios, senior professionals as faculty, and placements in leading media organizations. To apply, visit amity.edu.
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July.
Viewers, it's time for Superfast 50. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Let's get started. Taking a dig at Maharashtra Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis over the Aurangzeb Rao. AIMIM Chief Asuddin Owaisi asked if Fadnavis knew who the sons of Godse and Apte were too.
महाराष्ट्र के होम मिनिस्टर देवेंद्र फडणवीस बोले ये औरंगजेब की औलाद। अच्छा, आपको पूरे मालूम कौन किसकी औलाद है? आपको मालूम? मेरे को नहीं मालूम था, इतने एक्सपर्ट है आप। तो फिर ये गोडसे की औलाद कौन है, बोलो हमको।
Now in a stern reaction, the BJP leader has called Owaisi Pakistan ki aulad. That is meaning in English, son of Pakistan, aka son of Pakistan. Further said that before using this kind of language against Maharashtra Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis, Owaisi should be concerned about his image and he should not talk like a son of Pakistan.
आदरणीय देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी के बारे में अपशब्दों का इस्तेमाल करने के पहले वे स्वयं चिंतन करें कि भारत का दुश्मन मुल्क पाकिस्तान के टुकड़ों पर कौन पल रहा है। आपकी छवि पूरे हिंदुस्तान में दुश्मन मुल्क पाकिस्तान की औलाद इस प्रकार से क्यों बनी है, इसका चिंतन कब करोगे?
Karnataka Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao confirmed the reports over the newly elected Congress regime which is planning now to remove some lessons from textbooks introduced by the previous BJP government. He said that we should have stories about people who have really contributed to the building of the nation. He further asserted that the BJP has tried to infuse their ideological issues into textbooks, which is not correct. So Congress party will have to look at it very seriously and take corrective measures.
The BJP has done is try to infuse their ideological issues into textbooks, which is not correct. Children should have an open mind. Facts should be placed before them, and they should not be guided. Trying to guide a young person's mind towards a particular ideology is not good. So Congress party will have to look at it very seriously.
Karnataka BJP MLA and former State Minister C.N. Narayan has said that as a popular government, they should address the concerns of all the sections of society. C.N. Narayan says that the government has to be inclusive and respect the sentiments of all the communities and all the people. The big twist in the wrestlers' protest. A father of minor wrestlers said that he will file a false police complaint of sexual harassment against WFI chief Brij Bhushan because he wanted to get back at the official for a perceived injustice. This is the same complaint that led to an investigation under the POCSO Act. Reacting to the allegations of sexual harassment of the minor wrestler's father being claimed to be false, Brij Bhushan Sharan has said in a quote here, "I stood by my words from the beginning. The father has withdrawn his statement. It is a matter of investigation."
सारे विषय कोर्ट के संज्ञान में है और सरकार ने आश्वासन भी दिया है कि 15 तारीख तक चार्जशीट फाइल होगी। अब चार्जशीट फाइल होने दीजिए, फिर अगर बोलना उचित होगा तो बोला जाएगा। अभी मुझे नहीं लगता कि मुझे कुछ बोलना चाहिए। लेकिन जितने
The CBI has re-registered 6 first information reports and set up a special investigation team that consists of 10 officers under a DIG rank officer to probe cases related to the ethnic violence in Manipur that claim close to 100 lives. A week after singer Chinmay Sripada questioned Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's silence on her similar allegations against noted lyricist Vairamuthu, another singer Bhuvana Seshan has spoken out against Vairamuthu and said that her dreams were crushed due to the lyricist. She also says and alleges, speaking in Republic TV, that she's saying that there was sexual misconduct by the lyricist. TMC has called the ED summon to the General Secretary and MP Abhishek Banerjee torture after the leader declined to appear for questioning. Citing his engagements in the relation to the party's outreach program for the Panchayat polls, the TMC has refused to appear before the central agency. Dr. Jaishankar blasts Rahul Gandhi for his habit of criticizing India abroad and said that taking national politics out of the country is not in the interest. The minister said that he does not have a problem with whatever is done within India, but asserted that taking internal issues abroad was not appropriate.
In any democracy, there will be arguments, there will be differences, there will be diversity, there will be opinion, or hona bhi chahiye. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem happens when you take it out, okay? That is, it is like घर के अंदर कोई problem हो, you do not want to take it out to the street. That is one problem. What is the bigger problem is when you take it out and then you invite people from out.
Chandra Arya, Canadian MP, took to Twitter to condone the Indira Gandhi assassination float that was featured in a Khalistani parade in Canada's Brampton.
The float celebrated the assassination of Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi with her cutout in white sari soaked in blood and cutouts of her bodyguards turned killers brandishing and pointing guns. This is not what our country Canada stands for. Tolerating the glorification of violence and public promotion of hate goes against everything our country believes in.
Panchayat polls in Bengal are caught in a stir, becoming a flashpoint between the Congress and the TMC in the state. The opposition has complained about lack of time for filing nominations, and they say they will move the EC to extend the deadline. Kerala Congress Neta KK Abraham is the prime suspect in a bank fraud that dispersed loans in the names of poor people and siphoned off the money through dummy accounts. The ED carried out raids on the Cooperative Service Bank in Calicut. Former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir and People's Democratic Party leader Mehbooba Mufti asked for a united opposition and said that the constitutional rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir were her top priority. Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal confirmed that the party president Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi will attend a meeting of the top opposition leaders convened by Bihar CM Nitish Kumar to mobilize the opposition ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. A day after Election Commission conducted mock drills for the by-elections in Wayanad after disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, the Congress has strongly opposed the move. Meanwhile, the Election Commission said that a decision is yet to be taken on conducting the by-election to Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency. Aam Aadmi Party has staged protests against Congress's freebies bid in Bengaluru. According to the Aam Aadmi Party leader, Congress has copied a lot of Aam Aadmi Party programs. An SIT has been set up by the Uttar Pradesh government in the Sanjeev Jiva gangster murder case, and SIT is focused on finding out if the metal detectors were used by the security, whether they were working, and if they were working, then how did the accused manage to enter the court carrying a pistol? 7 police officials have been suspended in the case so far. The Border Security Force today intercepted the movement of a suspected drone near the Rai village, Amritsar district, at around 1:30 a.m. BSF Punjab Frontier informed that the troops immediately reacted to intercept the drone. During the search, one big packet suspected to be contraband wrapped in a yellow-colored adhesive tape. On the opening of that packet, 5 packets of heroin with a gross weight of 5.260 kilograms were found. The India Met Department has predicted that in the next 36 hours, a very severe cyclonic storm, Biparjoy, is set to intensify and will be heading north or northwestwards in the next 2 days. As countries around the world are looking at tightening regulations around AI, PM Modi met with OpenAI founder Sam Altman. Union Home Minister Amit Shah chaired a high-level meeting over the preparedness of Amarnath Yatra. Jammu and Kashmir LT Manoj Sinha, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla, Intelligence Bureau Chief, among other officers, attended the meeting. After almost 36 years, Delhi BJP is now set to get a new office. Party's national president JP Nadda laid the foundation stone of the new office. He also performed the Bhumi Pujan for the new building of Delhi BJP. Former Rajya Sabha member V. Maitriyan, who was expelled from the AIDMK last year, joined the BJP, expressing confidence that the lotus will bloom in Tamil Nadu in 2024 and 2026, when the Lok Sabha and the Assembly polls are due, respectively. The Sukhoi 30 MKI fighter aircraft carried out 8-hour-long missions in Indian Ocean region. Indian Air Force Sukhoi fighter aircraft carried out 8-hour-long missions in this region. Baramulla police rescued nearly 250 tourists who went for a gondola ride in Gulmarg. According to the official reports, during their return to the gondola base, the tourists got stuck at the Phase 2 area due to technical glitches in the cable car operations. The Air Intelligence Unit Kochi seized around 2,207 grams of foreign origin gold jewelry from 4 passengers who had arrived from Malaysia at Kochi airport. Further investigation is underway. A fire broke out in a 5-story building in Mumbai's Jhaveri Bazaar area on Friday night. More than 12 fire tenders were rushed to the spot to douse the fire. The first roundtable joint meeting between India and New Zealand with the Industry and Industry Association of both countries took place today in New Delhi. India, France and UAE trilateral cooperation achieved another milestone in history with the successful completion of first ever trilateral maritime partnership exercise between the 3 navies from 7th to 8th June. Viewers, it's time for all the global news updates coming in. Russia's President Vladimir Putin said that the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus will start from July 7th and 8th, following completion of necessary facilities. He told this to his Belarusian counterpart Alexander Lukashenko in a meeting in Sochi. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Thursday accused Russian forces of shelling areas inundated by flooding in a catastrophic dam collapse, wounding rescuers and halting the evacuations that are underway. Rescue teams dispatched by Russia's emergencies ministries has evacuated more than 1,500 people, including 154 children, from flood-hit areas and parts of the Kherson region that Moscow controls. The permanent representative of Ukraine to the UN condemned the shelling and urged the Russian Federation to cease such attacks. The National Monetary Fund is assessing the economic damage from the collapse of the Kakhovka Dam in Ukraine. 3 people were likely wounded after a drone crashed into a residential building in central Voronezh, a city in southwestern Russia near the border with Ukraine. Honduran President Xiomara Castro arrived in Shanghai on Friday on her first visit since China established ties with Honduras, pulling it away from former diplomatic ally Taiwan. Supreme Court has issued a surprising 5-4 ruling in favor of black voters in the congressional redistricting case from Alabama, with 2 conservative justices joining liberals in rejecting a Republican-led effort to weaken a landmark voting rights law. Pentagon is dismissing a report in the Wall Street Journal regarding an effort by Beijing to establish an electronic eavesdropping facility in Cuba, calling the report inaccurate and saying it is continuously monitoring relations between the 2 countries. Several hundred protesters marched in the center of the Mexican capital to reject the violence that has escalated in the southern state of Chiapas, where 7 displaced indigenous people were killed earlier this month. It's time to get to all the sports action, viewers. India handed an early blow to KS Bharat being cleaned up by Scott Boland off the second ball of the day. India were hoping that Bharat would in fact be hanging on with Ajinkya Rahane at the other end as it looked to avoid the follow-on. Former Indian Test team vice-captain Ajinkya Rahane has made a sensational return to international cricket as he smashed a magnificent half-century in his first match back for the country. Several experts, including the likes of Sanjay Manjrekar, have said that the delivery of Virat Kohli on day 2 of the WTC finals was unplayable. Former Pakistan cricketer Basit Ali has accused the Australian team of tampering with the ball to dismiss Virat Kohli and Pujara in the ongoing World Test Championship final. Argentina midfielder Alexis McAllister has signed for Liverpool for a reported initial fee of £35 million to mark the start of an expected rebuild by the club. Argentina legend Lionel Messi will join American side Inter Miami after his exit from French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Now, this is the first time that 7-time Ballon d'Or winner will play outside Europe. West Ham captain Declan Rice said that his future remains uncertain shortly after he lifted the Europa Conference League yesterday. Italian club Fiorentina's president says West Ham treated Fiorentina like animals in the Europa Conference League final success. Striker Luka Jovic had come off at the half-time with a broken nose, while left-back Cristiano Biraghi was left with a bloodied face after being hit by an object thrown from the crowd. A huge mural of soccer superstar Lionel Messi is being painted in Albanian capital. Manchester City arrived at their hotel in Istanbul on Thursday ahead of the Saturday's UEFA Champions League final against Inter Milan. Pep Guardiola's side have already won the English Premier League, and last weekend they beat Manchester United 2-1 to lift the FA Cup. Former Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema received a hero's welcome during his unveiling for the Saudi Pro League club. Now, the Frenchman was given a grand welcome by his new club in front of 60,000 supporters.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July after doing pioneering work in mainstream media. Digital, which is the way forward of this generation. I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July after doing pioneering work in mainstream media. Digital, which is the way forward of this generation. I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck.
Over the last few years, Republic TV has become a quintessential part of the Indian household. Millions of viewers from across India tune in, especially during dinner time, to watch Arnab on air. Now, Republic is going digital. I'm really excited for this new shape that Republic is going to be taking and wish the digital team the very best.
Viewers, time for some global news coming in right now. What's happening in the US? Now, former US President Donald Trump has been indicted in an investigation into his handling of classified documents after he left the White House. Here is a detailed report on that.
Donald Trump has been indicted on several federal criminal charges for retaining hundreds of classified government documents. Not just that, but also for making false statements after leaving the White House. The indictment carries grave legal consequences, including the possibility of prison if convicted. Shortly after the announcement, Trump began fundraising for his 2024 presidential campaign. In a statement, Trump even called it a dark day for the country. The indictment arises from a months-long investigation by special counsel Jack Smith. Trump is said to have taken roughly 300 classified documents to his property after leaving the White House. While some 100 documents were seized by the FBI last August, the Secret Service will consult Trump's aides and security personnel to arrange his journey to the Miami courthouse. Agency report for Republic TV.
दो 2017 के बाद रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क जो भी चैनल लेकर आया जिस भाषा में, वो बना नंबर 1। इंग्लिश, हिंदी, बांग्ला। इस जुलाई रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क लेकर आ रहा है एक नया तूफान, रिपब्लिक डिजिटल। दोस्तों, अब खेला हो गया।
Amity School of Communication has been ranked among India's top 5 mass comm institutes for the last 3 years by India Today, a testimony to its most high-tech studios, senior professionals as faculty and placements in leading media organizations. To apply, visit amity.edu.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So, all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debates with Arnab. It's going to be exciting days ahead, and I'm sure you're all ready for it. And we, the viewers, are ready to see what you've got for us. So, all the best, Republic, on going digital.
I was delighted to learn that Republic TV is going digital this July. They have made nationalism and patriotism so very popular with the people of India. But I'm sure in the times to come, they will also transform the narrative at the regional and the global level. I wish Republic TV all the very best. Jai Hind!
6 years of this journey at Republic has been spectacular, and now that you're going digital, I'm sure you will disrupt this industry and become the front runner in all things digital news in India. I wish Republic the best of luck, and I'm sure you guys will kill it here.
Republic Media is entering into digital platform for the very first time in July. After doing pioneering work in mainstream media, digital, which is the way forward of this generation, I am very excited to see how they will go forward on this journey. I'm sure you are too. So do join in and catch Republic Digital.
New media for a new India. Congratulations, Republic, on going digital. I really look forward to the now familiar Republic agility when it comes to reporting the news, in-depth analysis, as well as investigative reportage, and of course, your famous debate.
अच्छा मैम, पैरालंपिक्स के बारे में बताइए आप।
पैरालंपिक्स की जर्नी ऐसे स्टार्ट हुई 2010 में जब मैं कॉमनवेल्थ खेली तो मुझे पता लगा कि मेरी तो वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग है, मैं तो बहुत अच्छा खेलती हूँ। एंड 2010 आई वाज आल्सो जॉइन्ड बाय माय डॉटर एज माय अटेंडेंट। शी आल्सो गॉट इंस्पायर्ड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन स्पोर्ट्स। आज हम मदर डॉटर एक ही जोड़ी हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो इकट्ठे डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट्स में खेलती हैं और खेली हैं और देश के लिए मेडल भी लाई।
Burning question powered by Samsung Fridge and Sharda University.
Thank you for joining us, and you're watching Republic TV. This is the burning question. It's 8 p.m. Now, the first thing when a new government comes in India is, especially if it's a government from the opposite ideological spectrum, the first thing that they do is try to change the syllabus. It's what's happening in Karnataka. A Congress government is in, they want to change textbooks, they want to change the syllabus, but they can't change history. That's our burning question as the Congress party tries to remove chapters on the RSS founder. That and more on the burning question. Here are the headlines. There's a big twist in the wrestlers' protest. Father of a minor wrestler claims that he filed a false sexual harassment complaint against Brij Bhushan.
देवेंद्र फडणवीस बोले ये औरंगजेब की औलाद। अच्छा आपको पूरे मालूम तो फिर ये गोडसे की औलाद कौन है बोलो हमको।
Name calling at its worst in Maharashtra. Aurangzeb ki aulad jibe versus Godse ki aulad face off as deliberate political instigation continues.
This process has been done in the interest of children's future. That is number one. Number two, and we have already committed that this particular change will be done.
Karnataka Congress government set to revamp textbooks in the state chapter on the RSS founder likely to be purged. Another singer speaks out against lyricist Vairamuthu Bhuvanaseshan after Chinmay Sripada.
The bigger problem is when you take it out and then you invite people from out. Then please come and actually take part and interfere in what is happening out here. That I don't think is good for the country.
As Jaishankar hits out at Rahul Gandhi, says stop taking India's problems to the world. After Ukraine's counter-offensive talks, Russia now fast-tracks nuclear missile deployment in Belarus. Less than a month into power in the state of Karnataka, the Congress party looking forward to revised textbooks already. New government, new syllabus, trying to change history. That's their plan. The Karnataka government has proposed to undo all changes made to school textbooks when the BJP was in power. And the proposal includes removing a chapter on RSS founder. A political face-off has begun.
In yet another face-off between BJP and Congress in Karnataka, the ruling Congress has now decided to drop lessons on RSS leaders, including its founder KB Hedgewar, from its curriculum. Among the RSS leaders set to be slashed from the curriculum are Chakravarti Sulibele and Bannaji Govindacharya.
It is their version because they have never understood children's mentality and what they are supposed to give for children's. BJP are so corrupt in their mind, which they wanted to infuse in the system of studies, which we are against it.
Not only this, Siddaramaiah has also ordered the formation of a committee to look into the controversial content added during the BJP tenure and submitted.
The BJP has done is try to infuse their ideological issues into textbooks, which is not correct. Children should have an open mind. Facts should be placed before them, and they should not be guided. Trying to guide a young person's mind towards a particular ideology is not good. So Congress party will have to look at it very seriously.
The opposition BJP has strongly condemned this move.
This is unfortunate that even the education has become the vote bank. Even in the education, they are making vote bank politics. They have not studied what is in the chapters.
I don't want to get into a debate. I seldom get into a debate with the Congress because either they are lying through their teeth or they make no sense. So both those, Mr. Gundurao is probably on one of those two categories. He should figure out which category.
This move comes amid government facing backlash over non-fulfillment of promises they made before coming to power. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Joining us on the burning question are Mohan Krishna, former advisor to Basavaraj Bommai, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, also a BJP leader. Abhishek Banerjee is an author and columnist. Abdul Razak Khan, a political analyst, joining us on the burning question, along with Nikhil Jain, an advocate. Now, let me ask Abdul first. Abdul, was the RSS founder originally from the Congress party? Quiz question. Was Hedgewar from the Congress party? Was he ever in the Congress party? Was he a Congress leader, worker? Did he attend Congress sessions before going on to launch the RSS?
Niranjan, Hedgewar and nationalism is extremely different. Hedgewar and patriotism cannot be clubbed together.
Why?
Their divisive agenda to make this great nation a Hindu Rashtra will never be.
You didn't answer my question, Abdul. My question was he ever in the Congress party? You didn't tell me. Was he ever in the Congress party, Abdul? Was he ever in the Congress party? Did he start in the Congress party?
Irrelevant.
Was he a Congress party worker before founding the RSS?
Niranjan, that is irrelevant. Either me or my children, I advise them not to study.
Was he a coward? 1 second. 1 second. The Karnataka government calls him a coward and a fake freedom fighter.
I told you.
I'm asking you again. I'll rephrase my question. Was RSS founder Hedgewar a Congress party worker / leader before founding the RSS? I'll give you 30 seconds and then I'm getting in Mohan Krishna.
Those who wanted to be in the freedom movement are all patriots. We will
so you're admitting he's a patriot. You're admitting he's a patriot. You just admitted he's a patriot.
Let me complete my statement. See, Arey chodo mat maro is a sentence. Arey chodo mat maro is the opposite sentence. Please wait for me to complete my sentence. All I'm trying to say is, but those cowards who wrote mercy petitions like Savarkar are, the idols of the RSS, for which today we are saying, let our children not learn anything about cowardice.
Okay.
Let them learn about real patriots,
like who?
Real nationalists,
like who?
Real people who gave lives for this
Like
great
who?
nation. Schools cannot be a platform to promote RSS.
Okay,
Let them wear
you
chaddi
ducked my
or
question.
Let them remove them.
Abdul, nice try.
Let them do it.
Abdul, nice try. What was my question? Simple question I asked you. Did the RSS founder start his political career / journey in the Congress party? Was he in the Congress party? Okay, let me ask you one more question. One more question. And I'll give you exactly 10 seconds. You have to be specific. You have to be specific. You can't dodge the question. Okay, Razak? I'll be specific this time. Wait. Abdul, hear me out. You like this question. Trust me, you will like this question. Give me a chance to ask you a question. Give me a chance to ask you a question, Abdul. You like this question. Is it true that in 1921, Hedgewar was arrested on charges of sedition by the British and jailed for 1 year? And is it true that when he was released, it was Motilal Nehru, none other than the father of Jawaharlal Nehru, who received him, welcomed him at the jail and gave a speech? Give me a specific answer. Specific answer. Specific answer.
Case, former President.
Specific answer.
Former President Pranab Mukherjee also attended RSS function.
And he praised Hedgewar.
Embraced RSS.
No.
Simple
don't dodge my question. I asked you a simple yes or no. Mohan Krishna. Mohan Krishna is responding to you.
To study
Mohan Krishna is responding to
you. Very good evening to all of you. Very good evening to all of you. I think Abdul Razak is already crying.
Two questions I asked, no answer. Two questions, specific,
yeah,
no answer.
He cannot answer. He cannot answer because the answer lies with the people, and people are showing the doors for the Congress in everything.
How can you say they're showing the door, Mohan? Mohan, you've just lost the election. Don't say they're showing the door. They just come into power. Anyway, continue.
I'm talking of
Don't be
Lok Sabha.
open. Anyway, go on.
Lok Sabha. Last 10 years. I've lost 10 years. Okay.
Still there is one more year to go.
Niranjan, Abdul Razak, please listen to me. Please listen to me. आपका कांग्रेस का प्रेसिडेंट बोलते हैं एक कुत्ते भी स्वातंत्र संग्राम में बीजेपी वाले नहीं था. And you are answering the question. Niranjan, you are asking a question to the congressman.
No, but I'm not getting answers to my specific question. No, why don't you like my question, Abdul? Abdul, okay, I'll give you, okay, you know what? One more chance.
Come on.
Let me give him one more chance.
एक कुत्ते भी नहीं था, वो कौन सा था?
Let me ask him one more. I'm asking him once more. Once more. Okay,
Republic of India will
okay, both between Abdul, between you and Nikhil Jain, whoever knows the answer can put their hands up. Okay, Nikhil Jain is already putting his hands up. I'm repeating that question so that our viewers know. In 1921, is it true that Hedgewar was arrested on charges of sedition for objectionable speeches, jailed for a year by the British? And is it true that in July 1922, exactly a century ago, a public reception was organized on his release, attended by Congress leader Motilal Nehru, his colleague in the Congress party, and Hakim Ajmal Khan? Fact or fiction? Either of you can take that. Please give me a specific answer. Who wants to take it? Who wants to take it?
Jyotiraditya Scindia.
Who wants to take it?
All the time.
Don't know. I asked you a question about Motilal Nehru and Hedgewar. Motilal Nehru and Hedgewar.
You are asking such a easy question to them. They cannot answer. You ask tough questions. Tough questions like why they are removing Hedgewar.
We don't want to study about cowards.
Why RSS? Why RSS?
We don't want to study about cowards.
Congress.
I don't want my children to say tomorrow that Mercy petition said, I will remain your servant, your obedient servant. This was what Savarkar said to the Queen. I don't want my children to study.
Don't talk in between.
I don't want my children to be cowards. I want them to be brave. I want them to be brave like the great heroes who sacrificed their lives for this great nation. They did never, I will never accept my children studying what Savarkar did, what Hedgewar had thought, what their ideology was. Why should my children study what your ideology is?
I want to find out. No. Please please try not to speak over each other. Abdul and Mohan, you are speaking over each other. See, I asked you a fair question. I gave you 3 opportunities, Abdul. I asked you two pointed questions, and I didn't beat around the bush. I came straight to the question. It was a yes or no question. You wasted 3 to 5 minutes. It's 8:13, and we wasted 10 minutes, and we haven't found the answer. Let me ask you the third quiz question. Wait. Third quiz question. My third quiz question, and I'll bring in Nikhil Jain and Abhishek. Hold on. My third quiz question. Okay. Is it true that in 1923, after the riots, post the Khilafat movement, he dumped the Congress party because, Abhishek, he felt the Congress failed to address the concerns of Hindus post a communal riot, and he wanted a group that united Hindus and fought for Hindus. Is that a fact, Abhishek?
Yeah. So Niranjan, what I need to explain some of the background here. First, we have to understand what the Khilafat movement was. You see, during the First World War, the Ottoman Empire in Turkey carried out a genocide of 1.5 million Armenians. Now, after the First World War, just like Hitler did a genocide of the Jews during the Second World War, the Ottoman Turks carried out a genocide of Armenians in the First World War. But after the Ottoman Empire was defeated, some people in India, most prominently people like Maulana Azad, they started supporting this genocide, and they said that we have to restore this genocidal empire of the Caliph. And this was the Khilafat movement. And when the Congress joined hands with this Khilafat movement against, and the Khilafat movement obviously wanted to bring back this genocidal regime. And by the way, Maulana Azad was actually born in the Ottoman Empire. So naturally there was some of the more Hindu elements